What's up, guys? I'm gonna do a little install video. We're going to attempt to do an install video for you. Today we're going to be installing a B&M transmission pan. It's supposed to add 2 quarts to your transmission coolant. That's what we're going to use. Liquid vac. This is my plan. I'm going to take that and we're going to shove it down the transmission dipstick tube, and we are going to suck the transmission fluid up and out of there, so whenever we pull the pan, the fluid doesn't go all over my garage floor and get everywhere, make a mess. So let's see what we can do. Okay, the first thing we're going to do, let's remove this dipstick. I'll show you what we're fixing to do with it. We got this hose that comes with this liquid vac right here. We're going to get a measurement off the dipstick onto this hose. That way we know how far to put it down the dipstick tube. So let's get a measurement. Okay, got a measurement right here. We're going to shove it down the dipstick tube, and we're going to actually go 1 or 2 inches past that mark. This vac is 6 quarts. I don't know if you can see it. Well, we're going to do about 10 pumps, and then it's got a valve right here. We'll open that valve up slowly, and it should suck up through the hose down to the pump, down to the vac. Let's see what we can do. Okay, ran into some technical difficulties. The first hose that come with this vac was too big, but it does have another one in the system, much smaller, so made a new line on here, marked the dipstick where it goes, run it down in there, and we'll just stick this into the vac, and we'll see if we can get some fluid come up out of there, get this changed out. Now we got it coming. Might have to do this a few times to get all that fluid up and out of there. But I'll get back with you. I'm gonna pull this out real quick and then we'll move on. Changing that pan out. Alright, checking back in. Well, we were having problems sucking this out of here, so I looked over the instructions again. And said for 4 to 5 or more quarts, you want to pump it 40 to 45 times to get the suction needed, I'm guessing, to suck it out of there. So that's what we did. It is pulling out a lot better. So now we're just waiting. So everything's going good so far. I think we reached the bottom. Let's turn the valve off. Alright guys, now the fun part. I have done some reading and I'm hoping that it works out for me since I got this aftermarket Y-pipe. I guess with the stock ones they set up closer to the pan, so you got to remove this Y-pipe or pull it away from your headers. Drop it down where you can get into there and remove this one and install the other one. But I'm hoping, since I got this one put in, it looks like it dropped it down and, like, I guess pushed it back a little ways. So I'm hoping I can get this out and that other one in there without any problems. So I guess we'll see what we can do with it. Now, if you need to know, these bolts, 10mm bolts, remove them all with that 10mm socket. We're gonna let this drain off, and we'll prep that other pan, get ready to install it. Okay, while that was draining, I went ahead and put this accessory plug in. Put the drain plug in. They wanted to put instructions said put Teflon tape on that. This had red anti-seize, I guess, Loctite on there. Installed the magnet that was in the bottom of the stock pan. Installed that. We're about ready to install this. I'm sure some of y'all is going to have questions on this. Reason I'm not installing a new transmission filter and a new transmission fluid is I had all that changed when I had that torque converter installed, new filter and new fluid, and I'm sitting right at about 3,000 miles on that change. So I'm not gonna change that because it's already been done. I'm gonna prep this, put that new that gasket. I'm gonna reuse it. Is also new when I got all that other stuff done. Okay, one problem I did run into, which didn't even cross my mind until I crawled back under here and looked. All that damn fluid soaked into that wrap. So that should be nice. Trying to get that burning off there. So whoever views this video, you might take that into consideration. I got the pan prepped, fixing to stick it back on there and try to wrap this thing up. So here we go. All right, got all the bolts put in. Ran into couple of problems, not too big of a problem, but this bolt back here, it's hard to get to. And then this one right up in here. That one's kind of hard to get to, but we got it done without having to drop this Y pipe, so that saved quite a bit of time. From what I could find on the torque specs is in between 6 foot-pounds and 10 foot-pounds. So I'm gonna hit it on the 6 and then come back over it with a 10, and then we'll fill it up with fluid. Alright guys, I'm gonna get on a soapbox real quick. You can fast forward this part if you want. I don't know why B&M supplied these kind of bolts with the Allen heads, but they ain't worth a shit. Because that's all you can do is put an Allen head in there, like tight spots, you're screwed. But I use that torque wrench on a couple of them, and I could feel it wanting to round off inside there. So what I did was just I got one of these L-shaped Allen heads wrenches and used it, did my own torque specs. But you can do what you want with that. B&M, it sucks, the bolts anyways. I think I figured out what I'm going to do with this accessory plug right here. I'm going to put a aftermarket transmission temp gauge in there. Be like getting a second opinion. So we'll be looking forward to doing that. Okay, got everything wrapped up underneath. Gonna start putting that fluid back in here, and then checking the levels. Gonna add as needed. Alright guys, just got the fluid topped off. I drove it a little bit, not too far. Got the temp up to probably 118. I'm gonna drive it a few days, and I'm gonna see how it goes. I'll do a review on that pan. Burning off that fluid from that damn wrap, so that's gonna smell good for a while. Thanks for watching my video. Give me some thumbs up, comment. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe. I'm gonna keep posting. Y'all keep watching. Oh, I got another how-to video. Some of you 07 to 13 guys might like. I'm gonna do a how-to video on how I did it. But I got the fog lights come on with the low beam driving lights. I'm gonna do a video on that. That's a pretty neat trick. Thanks again, guys.